What's up, Gemini? Welcome to the channel. Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. So I am doing March month ahead tarot card readings for your sign, and this is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and of course any Gemini cross watchers. So I will be using the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition, which is getting some heavy play in my rotation lately. Sometimes the decks, like, they just want to be left alone and recharge, and sometimes they're like, pick me, pick me. So Tattoo Tarot, once again, along with the Steampunk Tarot, I'm going to use this deck for clarification. And I got a really interesting modifier there, purification. So that's really interesting. So you guys are my fifth read when I do any sort of weekly read. And I just want you guys to know that I've been really pulling some in-depth readings here. So prepare yourself. I hope it resonates. You know, this is a general reading based on the zodiac sign of Gemini at the time I do the reading. I feel like I need to do a deep breath for you guys. Other than that, I hope you're doing great. And let me just put the Steampunk Tarot to the side and let's crack on with your reading. And I'm just being guided to do a deck cut here for you guys, and I'll show you the card. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is the Devil card. All right. So I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see it. So, I mean, there's traditional card readings for you guys, and I don't generally do reversals. And the Devil has been sort of the stalker card in my readings. She has appeared in 4 out of 5 readings that I've done so far. So there's some heavy energy here. But the good news with you guys is that you could be really disrupted. Hold on. Whoops. Gaining control over something that might have felt like it was a runaway train. Particularly a bad habit. And you know, I've been reading tons of stuff, and I follow Russell Brand, and he did a video the other day about how people are really sort of getting a little bit intense with the habits during lockdown. It's easy, you know? I mean, it's difficult too, but I mean, wow, it's so, what are you going to do all day long? So people start to reach for things that pass the time, ease the pain. So you guys are probably coming to a snap out of it moment. That's my Cher impression. So, I mean, that's great to see, you know, that this card came out in reverse, and I don't usually do reversals, but that was the impression that I'm getting is, you know, it's time to break the chains of whatever is holding you in place. And this is quite a daunting Devil card. And just know that when you see the Devil card in tarot, the Devil is always you. The Devil is always you, okay? The Devil represents the demons that you carry, that you battle with, that sit on your shoulder and whisper things into you and get you into trouble. You know, or you do stupid stuff and then you're like, oh, whoops, you know, or you are the worse for wear the next day and you're like, oh, I'm never going to do that again, but then you do it again. You know, that's the Devil. That is you. Probably at your worst, you know? So maybe you've gone through a little bit of a, whoops, slid down that slippery slope a little too far, and you've all of a sudden decided to put your crampons on and your whatever ice hook. I don't know why I'm using mountain climbing references, but here we go. And you've decided to stop the treachery. Okay, so good on you. All right, so let's have another card here. This is really funny too. Not funny, haha. So I'm going to show you guys the card that I pulled, and it's very bizarre that it came in, like another card came upside down. This card is intentionally upside down. The Hanged Man. This is to look at things in a different way. So you guys could have a real sudden shift in perspective, and I see some of you could be just sort of walking by the mirror and go, and looking at yourself with a real deep honesty and going, oh, yeah, no. So you are definitely being called in March to look at something to change it. I'm going to keep the Devil card upside down, because it's time to flip your demons on their head and show them who's boss. This is really powerful for you guys. And I just picked up the Tattoo Tarot Intuition deck. That's such a mouthful. I'm just going to call it Tattoo Tarot. And one card remained on my desk here, so I'm going to pick it up for you guys. So you have the Four of Coins. So there is a bit of fear. You know, when you see the Four of Coins, it represents some sort of anxiety. Okay? So, okay, some people think that their habit or their addiction or that downfall is the only thing they have, and they're not sure how to identify themselves without it. Especially when it comes back. You know, when you stop and you're living your life and everything's fine and you just quit smoking, or you haven't had, you know, you've just earned your AA chip for 12 months or whatever, you know, whatever. Life is good. You know, you might have the occasional twinge, but life is good. But then when it comes back for you, it's like that's the only thing that exists. So you have a really hard time seeing it. And that's what these things do. And this could be anything, you guys. It could be overeating, undereating, you know, whatever kind of toxic poison you're putting into your body. That becomes the focal point. So everything else seems like it might be at a loss. Well, what am I going to do with my time? You know? I don't know how I'm going to live without that. So there is this. But it's not going to be any match for the combination of the Hanged Man and the Devil card in reverse. This feels like a ghost to me, and it feels like you're just being sort of haunted by it. You know, it's going to come back for, what's that horrible phrase? One last kick at the cat? Like, who came up with that one? Oh, I'd lose my mind if I saw somebody kick a cat. You know? So let's clarify this card out. Wow. Okay, so I pulled the Three of Swords here over top of the Four of Coins, which is where I was seeing, you know, there seems to be some, well, obviously there's an emotional attachment, you know, whenever somebody starts up doing something that's not quite so healthy for them or their family. It could be whatever. Just think of whatever your thing is that you're doing too much of that is taking you away from friends, family, loved ones, work, your hobby, yourself. You've got the Three of Swords. So something came in way back in the day to cover up your pain. And then the thing that covers up your pain becomes the pain. It's all like aversion therapy, you know? Hey, I'm gonna go step outside instead of dealing with that thought. You know, we're dealing with that person. Nah, you know, there's definitely, it's kind of the wrong kind of aversion therapy. You need to look at ways of doing something that's not a harmful aversion therapy with the Hanged Man. You know, there's reasons that there's things such as deep breathing techniques and why people say mantras and why people pray. You know, because these are like non-toxic ways of dealing with the pain of the Three of Swords. And I read somewhere, because I smoked when I was, you know, on my way up. And then I read somewhere that, you know, deep breathing is the same thing as smoking, but without the toxicity. So it's time to remove the toxicity out of the habit that you have. And I got the word crutch, and find something healthy to replace it with, you know, if you can, you know, instead of demolishing like a family-sized bag of chips. I don't know, maybe check out some carrots or celery. And yeah, it sounds boring, and yeah, it sounds vanilla, but your body is like, thank you, you know? So try and look at it from that way. And you might have to trick your brain into it until your body releases everything, where it's like, this is the only thing holding me together. It's not the only thing holding you together. You are, and your choices are. So you have the Knight of Wands here. So you might have a real potential spiritual awakening moment. You could have a fire sign come in for you. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And just in case you guys didn't know, I'm an Aries. And they could just kind of look at you like I've been doing with this reading and say, what are you doing? You know? Like, come on. Get a snap out of it. Really? You know, so you can put down the toxic thing and replace it with something that your body will thank you for, your mind will thank you for, your family will thank you for, your bank account will thank you for. Like, the thank yous are endless. It's like a million thank yous. You know, the universe is going to go, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And things will change for you. And I'm getting, who's French? Somebody French? Like really, really French. Like Parisian French. I'm getting, one of my guides just said en rapidement. And I am like not bilingual at all. But somebody's French. Anyway. You'd be amazed at how fast things pivot around for you, and you would, like, it'll be mind-blowing how you thought, well, this is the only thing getting me through life, because it's not. It's kind of the thing that's holding you back from life. So, like, it's really time to punt your demons, probably where it hurts, so they'll stop hurting you. Interesting reading, you guys. So remember, a million thank yous from the universe when you can flip that script. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off. Bye.